Hey, I'm Meg. Welcome to plantfitmeg. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen once again. Today we are making tofu bagels. This is the next video in my Meg Tries series. I'll link the playlist up here if you want to check it out. Meg Tries is a series where I try new to me recipes, and you can feel free to cook along with me and prepare the recipe at the same time, or you can just enjoy my adventures in the kitchen while I try to muddle through trying a recipe for the first time ever and seeing if it actually works out, if it tastes good, and what it's like. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the Meg Tries series, if there are any recipes you really love that you want me to test out on the channel, or if there's maybe a recipe that you've seen that looks interesting but you're not too sure about it and you'd like to see me test it out first before you give it a go. Let me know your thoughts and suggestions in the comments section below. Remember to like this video if you end up liking it and if you enjoy this series. With that, let's jump right in. So today we're making tofu bagels, as I mentioned. I have not made this recipe before, and I'm a little bit cautiously optimistic, let's say, about how it will turn out. This recipe I found was from the creator Halle. I will link her original video down in the description box below so you can check that out as well. She titled it a 2-ingredient tofu bagel recipe, but it's actually more like 5 ingredients, so that's a little bit interesting. It might have been unintentional on her part, or it might have been the intention to kind of stir the pot a little bit and have people respond, hey, this isn't a 2-ingredient recipe. What are you talking about, to get more engagement in the comments? I'm not sure, but either way, it's a very popular video, and I'm very curious to try this out. I do enjoy bagels. I've mentioned them before in what I eat in a day videos and other content. So I think this will be really interesting to try a high protein version and make it with tofu. So let's jump right into it. Here are all the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. If you try it along with me, I have my silken tofu here, all-purpose flour, baking soda, some syrup, and some everything bagel seasoning. I'm preheating my oven to 400 degrees, and I'm also filling up this pot full of water so that I can put it on the stovetop here and set it to maximum heat to boil. Next up, I have my trusty blue bowl here, and I'm going to add my silken tofu to the bowl. I drained it, but I didn't bother pressing it or anything like that. Next up, I'm adding 3 cups of all-purpose flour to my bowl. I'll start with 1 cup at a time. That is what she recommended, so that's what I'm going to do. She also said it was best to get in there with your hands, which I don't love to do, but I will do it that way since that is what she recommended and said was best. Ooh, it's very squidgy. It's so sticky. That's what it looks like after 1 cup, so I'm gonna add my other 2 cups and we will see what we come out with. All right, adding cups 2 and 3 to my bowl here. And I'm going to get in there with my hands again and mix it up. My kiddo looks horrified at this point. He is slowly walking away. As you can tell, I am not a chef, but that doesn't mean that I can't make some really delicious food in my house here. So I think she made it into a ball and then cut it into multiple slices. So that's what I'm going to do next. All right, so next up, I'm going to try to shape these into a bagel type shape. So I'm just gonna roll them. Like most things that I make, it might not be the most beautiful. That's okay, I don't mind that, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing the realness of how things go in the kitchen sometimes, and that they don't have to be super beautiful all the time. They can still hopefully turn out and taste really good. So there's bagel number 1. Ta-da! Not too shabby. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing with the others, and then I'll show you what they look like. All right, so this is what the bagels look like at this stage, at this point. You can probably hear my pot of boiling water going, so it's ready to go. So I'll show you what's next. So I thought about leaving this little one little and just letting it be, but after I thought about it for a minute, I figured, well, I'll try to even them out so that they ideally bake evenly. So hopefully they turn out well and turn out better than if I had that little teeny one with some really large ones at the same time. So the next step is to add some baking soda, that was fun, and syrup to the boiling water. It didn't indicate how much in the original recipe and the original video, so I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon of each and give it a go and hope that it works out. Now I'm putting 1 bagel in. It says to do 1 bagel at a time, 1 minute per side. This part I'm really nervous about. I've never done anything like this before with a recipe, so I'm concerned that they're gonna fall apart or it's just gonna be a big mess. But we shall see. I'm going to trust the process and we will find out in the end how it turns out. Fingers crossed. All right, there's bagel number 1. I'm going to do the exact same thing for the rest and show you what they look like and what the next steps are.
Those look so weird. But they also kind of look good and they look like applesauce.
Interesting.
Can we eat them yet?
Not yet. We're gonna...
It's just that the ones over there.
Those aren't done yet. We gotta put them in the water and then I put them here. And then what we...
Can I put the other ones in the water?
Yeah, carefully.
Oh, that one looks crispy. Sort of bagel-ish.
Sort of bagel-ish. They're still not exactly the same size. They're not perfect by any means, but hopefully they'll just cook evenly and this will work out well. All right, so here are our 6 bagels. We're going to top them with some everything bagel seasoning. I measured out 2 teaspoons of the seasoning. We'll see if we need more or less or what, but I figured I'd measure it out just for your reference in case you're giving this a go. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good.
All right, so now we're gonna pop these into the oven. The oven is preheated at 400 degrees. I might have preheated it a little early, so that's just a general note for anyone trying this recipe. You don't necessarily need to preheat it right off the top when you're starting to mix the dough and knead it. I probably could have waited until I was doing the bagels in the boiling water part of the recipe and preheat it at that point because it's been preheated for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven. The recipe says 25 to 30 minutes. So I'll go with 25 to start and we'll see how they look, see how they turn out, and see if they need more time. So I'm a little bit skeptical with these tofu bagels. They look like they could turn out really well, but they look a little funky too. Probably user error, so that's probably a me thing, and because I'm not a chef, but I'm just trying the recipe for the first time. So I'm really curious and looking forward to giving them a try and seeing what they taste like and seeing what the texture is like as well. So just another 20 more minutes to wait, and then we will test them out together and see how they are. I have my fingers crossed that they work out well. All right, this is what the bagels look like when they're all done. I think they actually look pretty good. So I'm very excited to dig in. They're a little bit hot, so I'm gonna allow them to cool for a few minutes, and then I'll chop into one and we will give it a taste test and let you know what we think.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I wonder what it's gonna look like on the inside. I wonder what it's gonna look like though.
It's been a few minutes. They're still a little bit hot, but I just can't wait. I am too excited to give it a taste test. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. Wish me luck.
Sounds really good.
It is bagel-y. Tastes really good. Love the everything bagel seasoning. I'd love to try this with other flavors too. Maybe adding some nooch into the mix. Maybe adding sesame seeds or just doing something a little different over the top. But this is really nice. I actually really enjoy it. And the texture is not exactly like a traditional bagel, but it is really good and I really like it. So yay, the recipe worked well.
It kind of tastes like cauliflower bites in a way.
You think?
Yeah, kind of.
Cauliflower bites, what do you think?
Either there wasn't the everything bagel seasoning, they're like your plain. You see that? It kind of tastes cauliflower-y.
I don't really see that.
I still like it. The rest of the video is just us eating bagels.
I also wonder if the texture will be a little bit different once they're totally cooled down because they're still warm. So maybe I'll check back in another few minutes to let you know about the texture once they're more cooled down.
They're so good though.
I would definitely make these again.
Agreed. Quite a bit of work, but I'd say it's worth it.
Okay, it's been another 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna break this one so you can see.
Oh, it's steaming. Like we can see it steaming, you might not, but
Yeah, it's
steaming.
steaming, and you can see the texture of it. It's very bagel-y. Still warm, but I'm gonna give it a go. Still really delicious. I also want to try this with whole wheat flour instead of all-purpose and see how that works out. And I also want to make some kind of sweet bagel, or maybe just like little bagel bites, not even whole bagels, but little bagel bite, tofu bagel bite things, maybe with like cinnamon and sugar, or maybe with chocolate chips in or something. I don't know, it might be something interesting to play with in the future. Let me know if you'd like to see any of those experiments on the channel and I can give them a go. What do you think now? Better when they're cooled down a bit more?
Yeah, I think they're a little bit better.
Texture a little better?
Yeah, texture, a tiny bit crispier and all like that.
Okay, cool. Remember to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to the channel below if you haven't already and you'd like to see more from me, more Meg Tries videos, and I also share healthy lifestyle tips, easy plant-based recipes, haul videos, what I eat in a day, and more. So check out other videos on the channel if you're interested and want to see more from me. There's lots here, and there's more coming out all the time as well. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video and especially for watching through right until the end. I really, really appreciate you. Share this video with anyone who might enjoy it or find it helpful or interesting. And I hope you're having a great day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.